I want to, first of all, commend the pastor, the doctor, thank her for always letting us and bringing us together so that we can all network and have information to share with each other. I just want you all to know with Zelda, because that happened back then, I'm not meeting people at the ATMs anymore, guys. So don't get it twisted. Don't come seeing me at, if you you come by me while I'm at the ATM, it may be a fight now. Don't come by me while I'm at the ATM. But yeah, she's very aggressive back then, and she still is, I know. But she just had that kind of spirit that you couldn't deny her, right? Because she just had that spirit of doing good things, and so it was hard to say no to her. I'm Alderman Walter Burnett, Alderman of the 27th Ward. I'm humbled and blessed to have been the Alderman of the 27th Ward for 23 years. So I think I'm the longest serving Alderman on the West Side. And God has blessed us. I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. God has blessed us to do a lot of things in the ward. And I'm humbled by all the things we've been able to do. Some of you may or may not know our ward goes from roughly Clark Street all the way to almost Pulaski, roughly almost North Avenue to Roosevelt, right? So we take in a lot of areas like Old Town, Cabrini Green, Greektown, Goose Island, Near West, River West, West Loop, East Garfield Park, West Humboldt Park, Eckhart Park, and the Medical District, right? So we take in a lot of different communities, diverse communities, and we're very diverse ethnically and economically. And we've been blessed in all of our elections to win, except the first one. Well, the first one's just me and somebody else, but we've been winning by 80%, thank God, and people have saw fit to help me to come back to office. And we've been blessed to have a lot of things happen in our ward. When you talk about Malcolm X, the new Malcolm X is in our ward. We helped to get that built. I just left a job construction hiring fair over at the county hospital. We're rehabbing a county hospital. I went to the L stop this morning and passed out some literature and shook hands, and then I went right over to Malcolm X to speak at a hiring fair before I came here with Tony Prentwinkle. So, we've been blessed to have some things happening at the county. We also been blessed to help turn the near north side around where Cabrini Green is. Now, it used to be you couldn't buy a lot for $10,000. Now you can't buy a lot over there for under $700,000, right? But at the same time, you have people with $1 million homes living next door to people who pay zero rent, right? So we've been able to balance that and mix that up. We've been able to turn the West Loop around where it used to be Skid Row. And now, it's one of the hottest areas in the country, not just in the city, in the country. And some folks don't know a young African-American brother is guiding a lot of that, right? So and then, all of the things that's happened on the near west side, we getting a new L stop at Damon and Lake, which I saw as a social justice issue. Some people don't recognize that wherever there was public housing they took the L stops away that was in the middle because they didn't want the public housing people to disrupt the working people by getting on the train. So I was like, you go to Cabrini Green, there's not one from North Avenue to Chicago Avenue. On the west side, there's not one from Ashland to California. And I said, we need an L stop in the middle. You all want to make folks from public housing, you want to encourage them to work. Tell them you have to work to live here, but you don't give them transportation. So I was like, I would need an L stop for these folks, and we need an L stop on the west side. So we're building an L stop at Damon and Lake. I'm trying to get one in the middle of Cabrini Green on Division in Orleans, right? Because folks got to walk a long way to get to the L, and it's just not right. And if you go out south where the projects were, I guarantee you there's L stops are far away from each other. And all of those things was bad design. So for me, getting an L stop is a social justice issue, right? And to be fair and make things right, I don't care how much it costs. It's way overdue for our folks to have equity and fairness and opportunities just like everybody else. And you wonder why people don't have opportunities is because you put them in a position where they don't have the opportunity to get the opportunities. So we work on things like that. I'm a strong advocate for affordable housing. I have more affordable housing in my ward. Even though I have some of the highest houses and expensive houses in my ward, I have the most affordable housing in my ward, right? We just built the senior building. I have a lot of other things going on, but we have the most affordable housing in our ward. And I just passed a pilot program where every developer in our ward have to do 20% affordable, and you can't buy out. Right, so I started that. Matter of fact, I started the first affordable housing ordinance in the city. Fought to get that. You know, me and Mayor Daley had bumped heads on that, but he finally came around because I had God on my side, so he'd break everybody down, right? So he finally came around and opened up and saw the light, right? And we put that ordinance in, but I took it from 10% to 20% because I believe that in our society, everybody have a right to live in this city, no matter how much money you make, right? Everybody have a right to live here. So we have affordable housing. I push the affordable housing, but another thing that I'm pushing, because we have more development, I have more cranes in my ward than any other ward in the city of Chicago. and we're blessed. And because we have a lot of construction going on, I've been working with brothers to not only get them construction jobs. I'm not about just giving somebody a fish. We're about teaching people how to fish. So we have an organization over in my ward where we're mentoring. I had to get all the brothers. It's funny. All of the gangbangers all want to do security, right? That's funny, isn't it? Right? They all want to do. They all want to do security, but at the same time, they all started fighting over the security. They all started wanting to fight over the security. So I had to go and neutralize fights and mediate fights and stop them from fighting, and I had to bring them all in. I said, look, man, y'all can do more than just security. You got to diversify, do something else. And I asked one of my friends to come in to help mentor them. So we got, the BDs got a fencing company. The Travelers got they got a carpentry company. They doing CHA projects right now, and they doing drywall. The Stones got a painting company. The Fours have a post-cleaning company where they clean up the buildings after the construction get done. All these guys get contracts in my ward. And the thing is, the guy who's in charge of the BDs and the guy who's in the Travelers, the BD guy shot the guy who's in the Traveler. Right now they have a warehouse together where they keep all their equipment and they work together. So we're about not trying to get people fish, we're trying to teach them to fish. And now all they guys and all the guys from all over the city sweating me about helping them do the same thing, you know, but hey, these guys did it, they doing it, I'm proud of them. And right now, I just had them to partner with a real estate company, a development company called Related. Related Development is taking two of them, they're mentoring them, and they're getting ready to build some of their affordable housing in my ward off-site, and they're making these two brothers their partners. They're going to be 50% partners of their development. So I'm very proud of what God has allowed me to do. Emma and I, we both go to the same church. I go to First Baptist Church. I'm a deacon over there, and I'm part of the prison ministry. So my job is my ministry. So when I look at a brother, I don't look at him as though they're a criminal. I look at them as though they're potential kings, right? Potential business owners, right? I've been in trouble before. They're potential elected officials. God got opportunities for all of them. They may be a GD or a Traveler, or whatever label they have on them. They're just people who's waiting on God to get them the opportunity, and I'm trying to help them. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Alderman Walter Burnett from the 27th Ward. See, this is a great opportunity to see people who have real interest in the community, not just a title to say I get a check from wherever. So we commend you on that. So let's give him another great big round of applause.